Okay, we'll call to order this December the 21st, 2016 meeting of the Franklin County Commission. Roll call.
Commissioner Waymire. Present. Vice Chair Renaud.
Present.
Chair Howard.
Present.
Commissioner Oglesby.
Present.
Commissioner Dunn.
Present.
If you'll all stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and please remain standing for the invocation that will be led by Lori Stevens of the Richter and Trinity United Methodist Church. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will you pray with me? Creator God, create in us a spirit of service to do your work here on earth. Create in us a spirit of love for fellow man. Create in us a spirit of unity, uniting us as a county, as a state, and into the world. Create in us a spirit of hospitality. Be with us in this meeting as we do the work of the county, serving the people of Franklin County and also beyond that, because we know our work here affects other places. Be with the commissioners as they make decisions that they feel is right for all of us. Be with all the support staff as well. In this holiday season, let us remember peace to all. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Laura. Just missed a little, Cleon. I'm not going back. Okay, takes this correspondence and organizational business. Eric?
Yeah, we have a legislative luncheon today. I believe that starts at 11:30, and then our offices are closed Friday and Monday. That's all I have right now.
Good. Anyone sign up for a public comment, John?
Nope.
Okay, it takes a consent agenda. Items today that need considered and approved on the consent agenda are the Franklin County Commission meeting minutes for December the 14th, 2016. There are no tax change orders. There are no claim vouchers. With that, I look for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So move.
Second. Motion is second.
Commissioner Waymire.
Yes.
Commissioner Renaud.
Yes.
Commissioner Oglesby.
Yes.
Commissioner Dunn.
Yes.
Chair Howard.
Yes. Okay, takes us to item of business. The first item of business today is to consider and approve the amendment to agreement on the Juvenile Justice Comprehensive Plan State Block Grant from the Kansas Department of Corrections. Alice.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm before you today to get approval. The Kansas Department of Corrections Juvenile Services have extended a six-month grant from January to June 30th for this upcoming last half of our fiscal year. So today, I'm just asking that you approve that. The district prevention allocation amount is $19,753.70. And then our graduated sanctions allocation is $172,531.50. These funds help with our personnel cost for my staff, operational cost, and any prevention programs that we have here in the county, one of those being the truancy court.
This is a yearly thing that we do about every year on this grant.
Yes, I'm sorry. Typically, this is once a year due to the Senate Bill 367, which is related to the juvenile justice reform that's happening in our state. This year, they have broke the grant up into two sections to allow for some implementation. And so there are basically, this year, it's just 2 times that I've come before you on this, as opposed to 1.
Okay, pretty cut and dried. So we do every year, and we definitely need to continue to do. Have any questions for this? If not, we'll look for a motion to approve the agreement on the Juvenile Justice Comprehensive.
I had a question. What are these funds used for?
The funds? So our operational costs for our personnel, so all the staff that we have, as well as the rent that we pay for the 4 counties that we cover. Also, any of our prevention funds would have to do with the truancy court. We help with the funds allocated towards that. And that would be for their staff, supplies for the juveniles or any kind of incentives that they have as well.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else? Okay, if not, now we'd look for a motion to approve the amendment to the agreement on the Juvenile Justice Comprehensive Plan State Block Grant.
Second?
Motion and second, Jen.
Commissioner Renaud,
Yes.
Commissioner Oglesby,
Yes.
Commissioner Dunn,
Yes.
Commissioner Waymire,
Yes.
Chair Howard.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, item number 2, consider a motion to approve resolution 16 dash, what would this be?
28.
16-28, a resolution amending the Franklin County Personnel Rules and Pay Plan and replacing resolution 16-19. Gayla's going to explain it to us.
Good morning, Commissioners. If you'll recall, in December of 2015, we went back and revised the personnel rules, and at the time that we did that, we had at that time, with regards to performance evaluations, a fixed lump sum payment for performance. When we did that revision, we moved to the pay for performance or the merit pay system, which we now currently have in place. Being that we had been in the fixed lump sum situation before, we really didn't have to address in our personnel rules individuals who would be at the top of the pay grade in our pay plan with regards to performance increases or the cost of living increases at that time. From that revision that we did in December 2015, we inadvertently omitted the sections we needed to add back in, and that included people who fall in positions at the top of the pay range whenever they are given their performance reviews and or when COLAs are applied. So what I've got before you is a proposal to add section 3.2C, which addresses how we will handle those positions where the employee is at the maximum of the pay range whenever there is a merit performance increase that's granted. And also to add section 3.3, which would mean we'd need to revise and renumber the sections going thereafter, addressing that same kind of a situation with cost of living increases. Also addressing in that section people who are of temporary employment or seasonal employment and how the COLA would be applied to that group of people. Any questions on that?
No, we've discussed this before when we made the change then. Would look for a motion to approve resolution 16-28 to replace resolution 16-19 in amending the Franklin County Personnel Rules and Pay Plan and replacing the resolution 1619.
So move.
Have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Oglesby,
Yes.
Commissioner Dunn,
Yes.
Commissioner Waymire,
Yes.
Commissioner Renaud,
Yes.
Chair Howard.
Yes.
Thank you. I wanted to add just one more thing on there that I didn't tell you, and that was you all had earlier approved the addition of a position in EMS with the restructuring, and so those are also in here as well in the pay plan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, moving right along. Item number 3, discuss and consider a motion to approve October 2016 EMS activity report. Nick?
Good morning, Commission.
And it,
I'm here to present the October and the November reports to you. You're going to be very pleased with the November one, I'll tell you that. So, October, we had 329 calls, averaged 10.61 calls a day, bringing us to 2,940 calls for the year. That's 277 calls over where we were last year at the end of October. Had deposits of $94,871.25, $28,204.58 over what we're supposed to bring in per month, bringing us to a total of $888,036.39, which puts us over what we estimated we'd make this year by $88,000. as we talked about with the adjustments, adjustments are mandatory write-offs normally by Medicare, Medicaid. You can look at those and see where the most of ours come from. We had adjustments of $51,629.08. We did send $6,747.86 to the state set-off program, $3,942 to Midwest Collections, and we did have service fees of $176,853.80. And we did 23 move-ups in the month of October. Skipping to page 5, the actual data report. You can see we transported 139 patients to Ransom Memorial. The second highest place we transferred to, like always, is Olathe Medical Center with 49 patients. We only transported one patient back to a care facility or residence. We had 69 refusals, bringing our refusal rate for that month of 20.97, which is still under the mark that we strive for. So, been a very good month. One thing I will point out is if you look at, and it's not on here, it's on the other one, our education stuff I talk about on the revenue report, we're seeing some pretty good collections in that. We had $3,841 in our education stuff of what we made doing educational classes. Any questions on the October one that I can answer?
Tell me about the education revenue, I'm sorry, I didn't hear all that.
What's that?
The education revenue, what'd you say?
What, the education revenues, that's from teaching the PALS classes, the ACLS classes, that stuff. A lot of that's where they come in-house and we do check-offs, or the other is when we put through Overland Park is what some of that's from. $2,400, I believe, was Overland Park.
Nick, on the ambulance move-ups that are on there for October 23, are those credited to a particular city or township in the other tabulations?
That's a good question. Is what we do with that is as soon as, if we have 2 trucks out in Ottawa, we move up to Tennessee and I-35. If we are running with 6 people that day, which we've changed now to where our minimum staffing 7, we'll move them up to Ottawa. So we don't move north because of the call volume, but we move that truck down to Tennessee and I-35. So anytime there's 2 trucks out here, that's where you'll see it move up.
Right, I understand that, but is that credited to that city of Wellsville or to Ottawa, or in the other tabulations, when you have a call that tabulates for a city or a township, is it credited to them? Which township?
Oh, we don't.
Is it
That's
just left
not
as
added
one?
into
It's
the
not
call
credited
volume for
in.
those townships.
Okay.
That's calculated. So I see what your question is.
That's what I'm trying to understand.
No, that's not. The only reason that doesn't even get logged in the system, doesn't get a call number. We do have a report done with no call number assigned, just so we can track those. But
Okay.
and the times we're on them, but there's no districts assigned to that.
Questions on this? If not, we'll look for a motion to approve the October 2016 EMS activity report.
So moved.
Motion is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Janet?
Commissioner Dunn?
Yes.
Commissioner Waymire?
Yes.
Commissioner Renaud?
Yes.
Commissioner Oglesby?
Yes.
Chair Howard?
Yes. Okay, item number 4. Consider a motion to approve the November 2016 EMS activity report.
Okay, this is where we make history. So we had 296 calls in the month of November, bringing us to 3,236 calls, which is 315 over where we were last year. At this time, we did have a revenue of $128,792.43, $62,125.76 over what we estimated per month, bringing us to $1,016,828.82 for the revenues. What concerns me with this is Pam said when she hit $1 million, she'd be retiring, so we're going to hope that that don't happen. So our revenues this year have been outstanding with everything we've been doing, bringing us to $216,828.82 over what we projected of $800,000 for our revenues. Write-offs, again, with $128,000 in revenues, you're going to see larger write-offs, $68,083.06 for write-offs or adjustments. $14,273.60 will be sent to the state set-off collections, $5,740.60 to Midwest collections. We did have $163,644.80 in service fees, and we had 28 move-ups in the month of November. Skipping back to the data report. Again, 130 patients, 64% of our transported patients went to Ransom Memorial, 21% went to Olathe Medical Center. We did take 6 patients back to nursing homes, that kind of stuff. One place we've been transporting to that we've seen, and we've talked about the psych stuff quite a bit, is there's a new facility up in the city called Cottonwood, so you'll see that popping up more often, that we'll be transporting patients to that. With 296 calls, we had 56 refusals. That brings us to 18.92%, which is under 20, which is really good. And Commissioner Oglesby, for your information, when you look at this on just the refusal side, the only thing we count as refusals are what medical refusals, motor vehicle accidents, diabetics, and lift assists. If there are no patients, then there's nobody there to get a refusal on. So those are the main things we count as no patients. The rest of them are CPR classes, educational classes, that kind of stuff. Is there any questions on that that I can answer?
Questions? Not, we'll look for a motion to approve the November 2016 EMS activity report.
So moved.
Have a motion, is there a second? Second. Motion is second, Janet.
Commissioner Waymire?
Yes.
Commissioner Renaud?
Yes.
Commissioner Oglesby?
Yes.
Commissioner Dunn?
Yes.
Chair Howard?
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Okay. It's just the staff reports. All right.
Couple of things. First, the status of the mold remediation at the courthouse. The company we contract with has our contract. I'm anticipating receiving that back from them, hopefully today, if not today, then tomorrow. They're currently slated to start on the 27th. It's our understanding that they're going to work between the hours of 5 p.m. and 5 a.m. so as to not disrupt courthouse operations. So hopefully we get that finalized in the next 24 hours. Yesterday afternoon, Chair Howard and I met with John Cohen with the Chamber and his attorney to discuss the status of the tourism contract with the Chamber. And at this point, I think we're very, very close. John was going to meet his board, and then we're expecting a draft from them. Obviously, we anticipate having it before next week's meeting, so that's where that's at. And then, and Joy can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're already receiving notification of next year's KAC meeting. And so you all need to get with her regarding whether or not you're attending, and if so, whether you want hotel rooms. I believe it's in Kansas City again. So with regard to the dates, I would ask that you just stop by and see her. So other than that, I have nothing else. So.
Had to double check who that was back there. Cleaned up pretty well.
Good morning. I have not been here for a few weeks. I have been attending the sheriff's school out at KLETC, which is a statutory requirement, so we got that out of the way. As I've told staff, statute requires everyone new sheriffs to attend. It doesn't say successfully complete or graduate or anything like that, so it was pretty strenuous, as you can imagine. Just to update you so that you know firsthand, the deputy that was involved in the vehicle collision out there at 59 I-35 interchange area is back to work, and there are no problems there with him. So a couple people had reached out to me, so I wanted to update all of you on that. Also, while I was gone, the camera system project in the jail, they came through and they got the new camera system installed. If any of you guys are wanting to stop by and to see how that works, it is a definite upgrade. We appreciate that. And I think it's going to end up saving us a little space even on our server side as far as storage compared to what we were used to. The cameras that we had before that system, it ran and recorded and saved it all continuously. Now it only saves when it detects the motion, so it's going to make it a lot easier for us to do the research for things that happen in there. And then also, it's just not going to have as much storage space. So that was a benefit of that system that when we talked about it, I don't think we were aware of. So it's something that is even better. And there's the staff seems to be very happy with it, and there have been no real problems with the transition to that. So wanted to update you all on that. And if you have any questions for me, I can try to answer them.
It's good to have you back.
Thanks.
Nick, you have anything else? I have your thing signed when you're ready, before you leave. Ally, anything else? Yep. Okay. Now that takes us to commissioner comments and board reports. You want to start?
I went to the Chamber of Commerce open house Friday, and that was a nice event. I went to a coffee at the library on Friday morning, celebrating 20 years of being down at their new location from the Carnegie. That's it.
I was at both of those events as well, and they were both good events and good for the community. And my comment would only be, I wish everyone a safe and happy holiday, and for those that have to work, we appreciate your service.
I went to the hospital meeting last night. They approved their annual budget for next year, reviewed some of their annual items of business they have to do. Got a construction update, which essentially, it's cold, the ground's frozen, you can't pour concrete, which exactly what you'd expect. Let's see, something interesting I noticed on their budget, they have 409 employees and 277 are full-time equivalents, so large employer, good jobs, well run, good things are happening, nothing else to report from the hospital.
I haven't been to any meetings since then.
Okay, I haven't been to any since the last time either. I just want to echo Rick's comment. We do wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a safe trip if you're taking a trip, and we'll see you again before New Year's, so talk to you there. Juanita, what we talked about, we have a meeting on the 28th. I'm going to address that at that time, and hopefully we can do a little something else before then. So, okay.
I might want to mention that the county's food drive looked like it was over 500 pounds of food total. Really good response, and I'll ditto what Mr. Ogilvy said. Just want to wish everybody a safe and happy holiday.
I know there are departments out there that have to work on those days, and we do appreciate that. I will say from 20-some years at the police department, I always liked to work on Christmas Day. A lot of food showed up down there on Christmas Day, so it wasn't always a bad time to be there. Okay, with that, I have a request to enter into executive session for a matter regarding non-elected personnel. It'd be with administrator/counselor and the commission. 30 minutes enough? For 30 minutes, let's see. We'll go in at 8:55. Come out at
9:25.
9:25.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We're back out of executive session, 9:25, no action taken. If there's nothing else, with that, would look for a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We're adjourned.